we all got that certain person in our lives right now, or have, that no matter what they do, we just let things slide. We just let them say what they have to say, do what they do. But the longer they continue to be in our lives, right? We get this something deep down burning in us where we just be like, yo, I just got to cut this person off. You start to really look to your left, you look to your right, you look all around, you observe everything. You just realize that, yo, things just don't go right when we're around this person. My energy just, changes when this person comes around. And then you begin to learn that, hey, your best bet is to just stay away from this person, because you know that, you know what, things and opportunities, my life is not how it is and supposed to be. Because why? This person is just in your life. And then you learn that in life, and especially me, I learned that everything and people in your life is a season. Everything is seasonal. And that's why I'm making this video, to let you know that you have to and must learn that that person that you have in your life is seasonal. And this is where I'm coming from making this video. Before I get more into the video, I'm going to introduce myself. This is Gene, your best friend. Best friend. And I invite you guys, please like, share, and subscribe. And title of the video is that we must learn that we have to let people go, because we don't want to overstay our welcome. Before I get into the video, I'm recording. This is Easter weekend. Well, this is Easter Sunday. For those of you who do celebrate Easter, happy Easter. I'm here visiting some family. I'm hanging out with them. It's been some time since I've visited them and seen them, and it's pretty cool chilling with them. You know what I mean? Catching up with them and talking. Of course, family drama. You peeping up, you hearing things like, oh, you know what I mean? But right, family. But let's talk about it. A part of the journey, right? This weekend, I realized that a lot of the things that happen to you and that goes on in your life, and you realize that, hey, you can't get, for example, the blessings that you want to get, or money, finances, a job, whatever it is. It's because sometimes we have that certain person in our life. We have this certain energy around us where we can't just go forward. And sometimes that person or people, community that you're around is hindering you from what you are supposed to get, where you're supposed to be, if that makes sense. But let's talk about it. I'm here chilling, and I really observed that some people, they're around certain environments that they just don't want to get out of, and learning that that particular community, like I said, person you're around, it was just seasonal. It was just seasonal, because we all, and that's another thing too, we all want to hang on to things so tight. We all got into situations where we think that this is long term. We're supposed to wait out, bad times sometimes. But realistically, like we said, like I just said, it was just temporary. It was just temporary. And I get it. I was that person before where, no matter a situation that happens, someone that I once kicked it with and I thought I had a good time with, and what I mean good time is like laughter, conversation wise. We probably was at work, right? Your work buddy. Or it could be that friend that at work that you think, okay, you know what? We can take this relationship, this friend, this working relationship, and go past, this work. And fail to realize that that time when I was kicking with you at the job, conversating, we was just chilling and relaxing, and we were just and enjoying our time at the job. It was because it was just for us to kick it at the job. and not realizing that, hey, that time, after work and stuff, like we have disagreements, and then you realize, yo, this person is not what they really are. It's not who I thought they was. Yeah, because that person was only to kick it with at the job. And at times, like, right, even at the job, you talk about certain personal things, even though I don't recommend it, but you talk about certain things that are personal, what you're going on relationship wise. And maybe at that time, that was the time you had to kick it with, because sometimes we're at work. For example, for those of you who work, got a 9 to 5, full-time job, part-time, and there 8 hours, 6, 8. You're there 12 hours. You pulling a double, and you got this coworker that you're just kicking it with. That's you and that buddy chopping it up, and you have to realize that that was just for that. And it sucks though, because you done poured this energy out. You done told your personal business, and that situation at that time was just only for that particular time. So I'm sorry, as the heater went on, it's kind of cold. The heater went off, a little air. That's why I'm looking down. But where I'm going with this is this: you gotta realize that particular person who you once was cool with, that family member, even that you guys grown up with, and you guys used to, like I said, share, used to go over your aunt house, uncle, you know what I mean, sibling, and then used to kick it with them. It's not the same anymore. This person changed for whatever reason. You may have a different life, both of you, and you trying to force something once was something, but now it's nothing there. And that was temporary. Me personally, situation didn't happen a couple of times. I'm hearing things, right? And I'm hearing, like, for example, something going on currently. I'm not gonna put my business out there, but it's a good example where I understand why, and this is one of the reasons why I'm doing this video, why you can't overstay your welcome, especially in people's lives. I once had a cousin that I was real cool with. I'm talking about way back until like 2012, where it was one time that I was in once a couple of times where I was here in Connecticut, and he would come here and he'll come stay with me, because my mom and his mom, still to this day close. But for him, he used to come. I understand his situation. Migrated from the Caribbean, and his situation wasn't as tough. Get it? Came here. It was cool because it was someone that was close in age, and he was coming up, and I was doing what I had to do. I used to come to New York, and it was one point, Brooklyn at that, where I currently live. Yo, he had like a one room and just a mattress. He would sleep at the inn. I would sleep at the inn. Yo, you will never think that, okay, we wouldn't be talking right now. No, no bad blood. No bad blood. No bad blood. But at that time, he was doing what he had to do to survive. He was going to school. I was working, going back and forth. Didn't have a place to stay out there when I was working out there. Oh, he needed money. Probably he won't even admit it now. He ain't have it. I used to give it to him. He had something, give it to me. To this day, now, personally, him, he's a different person now. And I'm not saying that I'm a different person. He's a different person now. He's not the same person that you've seen 2012. And I learned that observing that, hey, this person is acting different. He's look like he forgot where he came from, which is some situations where you grow, right? But a lot of people gonna look at that like, yo, why you talking like that? Why you looking like that? Why you trying to hard to? And I understood that, okay, I can't be around this person too long. I can't be around this person because I understand that him as a person, and even when you're trying to hit him up and he don't pick up the phone, which in some cases, okay, I understand. Like, look, people get busy. You can't just pick up the phone. But I mean, You mean to tell me like in weeks, months, you don't pick up your phone? So this is where I understood where you can't overstay your welcome. You got to let people go, because a lot of times they're not trying to tell you that they don't want to be around you or talk to you, but they're showing you. And this is where you have to just let them know, like, hey, I'm just not gonna let you just come inside of my in and out of my life and thinking that, hey, you just use me for my time. And that's what was happening. That's one of the reasons why I'm keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it 100 with you guys. Y'all keep it. That's one of the reasons why I stayed away. Fast forward now. Fast forward now. Got siblings now. This. I ain't messing with it. And then when I was saying that the whole time, right? Guess what they were saying? Oh, you can't be like that. You being cold-hearted. And that's what's going to happen, especially with you, or for those of you who just wondering. Because you're going to have people, especially that's mutual relationships between you guys, or someone that you may know friendship, and they're going to think that you're the one who acting funny. You're talking this type of way. It don't even matter at that point. As long as you know and you have the confirmation of how you feel and know where you're going in life and know what you have your own identity, can nobody tell you who you are and how you acting. And like I said, don't overstay your welcome. Let them go. Let them go. Because as long as you know that, hey, you came in and you met well, and they appreciate you when you're around, that's not on you. That's on them. All right, so this video resonated with you. I invite you guys to please like, share, and subscribe to your best friend, your new best friend. And I'll see you in the next video, all right? Peace.